You mentioned being such a lucky woman to move to New York City. So we're going to move on to your next song, which is the song that represents your passion for teaching West African percussion and dance at NYU. I'm going to let Chris bring up that lower third, and you can help me out. There we go. Go for it, Val.
Me, I just had to listen to it for a second, but it's Mifankatiava. Mifankatiava. And the artist is named Rajer. When you go to Madagascar, you see like people's names are that long.
Yeah.
Literally.
I bet.
It's amazing. It is such an amazing society. Mickey, I have never seen a society like the Malagash people of Madagascar. You know, I always think of Madagascar and you think of the lemurs and all the cool animals, but it's the people that are just astounding. There's a large African influence. There's a large Indonesian influence. And the people are all, they're kind of small in stature and they're very vibrant and they just got this peace, you know, this kind of peacefulness that, yeah, of course you see peaceful people and you see vibrant people. We all have them. Every crowd has the peaceful person and the vibrant person, but they put it together and it's really the norm. So, Rajer, a little bit of his story. I was so lucky to meet him. I've been to Madagascar once. He's called the Prince of the Vali. The Vali is an instrument. It's a harp, and it's situated around a bamboo pole. So you literally play from the front to the back of this pole. And it looks a lot when you're in a band, when you play this and it's amplified and you're in front of people. The pole's about longer than the screen.
Sure.
But it's probably about 3.5 feet long. And they put a strap on one side and they put a strap on the other side. So it looks kind of like a rock guitarist, except both of the hands are moving. And when I first saw him, I said, oh my God, first of all, what an amazing musician. And secondly, there's something about one of his hands that looks amazing. Then I realized, holy smokes, he doesn't have fingers on one hand. And I just said, oh, wait a minute. I can't believe what I'm hearing. You know, first of all, I know about harps, you know, you study harp and not only in classical music, but in many different cultures employ the harp.
Sure.
And the first thing you know is that you need 25 fingers to play the harp.
Yeah.
And he's playing it with the natural fingers of one hand and the extensions and other things of the other hand. It just blew me away. It blew me away. And I had to go up and talk to him. And I said, you know, I have every respect for you. You are an amazing musician. And he said, I just want people to be happy. And that song. Okay, that's about the song. I was invited to play at NYU. We just did our end of the year concert yesterday, and I'm still like,
oh yeah,
I'm
you got
still
that gig
blown
high.
away. I'm walking that far above, you know,
that's awesome.
the ground, because you know they're very hardworking people. Thanks to Professor Jonathan Haas, who is the head of the percussion department at NYU. He invited me to the faculty in 2011. They provided a budget. They said, go to West Africa and buy a bunch of instruments and bring them back. And he basically gave me carte blanche. He said, you know what you're doing. I'll come in and say hello every so often. You do your thing. And so what I've learned from teaching at other places is that, you know, I used to have this mystique about musicians, you know, that we got this halo of like music, the music gods blessed us and all that stuff. Yeah. I learned from teaching non-musicians that if you're an intelligent person and you want to do it, you can play music. Basically it.
Absolutely.
So the opportunity to do this with percussion majors, people who, come to a world-class university program who want to do this, sky's the limit. And I've had amazing students, good people, amazing musicians. They've gone on to go to, the pits of, Stomp does not have a pit. Stomp, the music is the show, but Les
Yeah.
Mis, The Lion King, Beautiful. One of my former graduate students, one of my former teaching assistants just walked up to me. He was in the audience. He was with his mom. I'm like, yes. And he just went on he's just going today on the tour of Sound of Music, the international tour. So, I have,
Awesome.
I have great students. They're amazing human beings, and they trust me to bring to them the best I can, and I trust them to do their best with what I'm bringing them. And I'm a very lucky woman to have that situation in my life. I think one of the best things about getting older and hopefully wiser or crazier, I don't know what, but is just the opportunity to share and to pass on what I've learned. That's just an amazing thing, and to do it in a university setting is awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Nothing short of
Y-
awesome.
not to get into politics or anything, but something that really struck me that you said is that, you had carte blanche to go and buy these instruments and come back and teach your students. And like with all these things you hear in education today, things being restricted, things being limited, whatever it is just, it's so kind of refreshing to hear someone say that you teach your students from your passion, you love it, and there are no boundaries, that you go where the imagination and the skills take you, and that's really really a blessing that you have to have that freedom to share your passion.
I am definitely blessed, and it's because of Professor Jonathan Haas and his assistant Sean Stasser, who really take care of a lot of the grunt work. When I have to do a program, I have to go back and forth with them
Hmm.
to just take care of the logistics. And they
Sure.
themselves are amazing percussionists, and they teach on the faculty as well. But to have someone have your back, I couldn't ask for
Yeah,
anything better, honestly, or
that's
anything more
awesome.
generous.